Hello everybody, welcome again to my YouTube channel. In today's video we will talk about 3 podcasts that every entrepreneur or people who is interested in learning about business must listen. The first podcast is called How I Build This. It's by a person called Guy Raz. I really recommend this podcast because it has a wide interviews with founders and with entrepreneurs of the biggest companies in the world, and the questions he make are the correct. Like, he knows what to ask them. He knows what information should he ask them, so that can work for you. I really recommend listening this podcast. It's actually my favorite podcast all the time, and if my favorite episode of those, it's by Logic, the American rapper. I really recommend you guys to listen this episode because, and Casey Neistat, these two, Logic and Casey Neistat, these two episodes are awesome, but mostly all his content is very well made. The second podcast you must listen, it's, in my opinion, Joe Rogan, but not all his episodes. You can see who is the guest and read a little bit about him. If you are interested in his topic, you can listen, or if not, you cannot listen. You will not listen because he publishes every day. Everyday content, so you don't have the time to listen 3 hours every day because there are long content podcasts. But I really recommend his podcast because, his way of thinking is very beautiful. He has a very correct way of thinking. That on the first side. And the second side, he's a very honest person. He's a very honest person. He will not talk shit in his podcast. He will not talk bad stuff in his podcast. So I really recommend you listening Joe Rogan Experience podcast. It's very good. It will work for you. Not all his episodes are very well, but he has a good variety of episodes. My favorite episodes are with Kevin Hart. I like those episodes, are very good. And with the guy of the YouTube channel White Soft Underbelly, I forgot his name, but I will put it in the description. And the third podcast is the best one today. It's very good podcast because it has 1 episode every day, and his episodes are very interesting about what's happening in the business world. These are two persons that they met in college, and they are very friendly, and it's called the podcast The Best One Yet. Not the best one today, the best one yet. It's by Nick and Jack. These are 2 college students that they met in college, and after that they start making content online, and they share a 20 minutes every day podcast about 3 news. 3 news. It can be in the stock market, it can be about marketing, it can be about it's business related, not about politics and this, but business and economics related. And the way they share the content is very understandable. You can get to understand all his stuff very easy. So I have one more nominator, but I recommend the 3 podcasts because people normally work, they have stuff to do. You cannot listen 4 hours of podcast every day. But my special nominee, if you don't like one of what I told you before, you can change one for this one. This podcast is called Planet Money by NPR. They explain economics very easy, very fast. They have very good information. They're people who are in the podcast. They are very friendly. They have a very good recording of his podcast. I really recommend this podcast, Planet Money by NPR. So I hope you guys like this video. I really hope it can be very helpful for you. Please, if you like it and you like more about this content, I would really appreciate if you can comment and subscribe. I will try to get more type of this content in YouTube, in my YouTube channel. So I hope you really like it, and I really wish you have a very nice day. See you.